day. Do you know what day it is today? That's right, it's World Book Day. World Book Day is amazing and I love it. Do you know why? Because I absolutely love reading books. I love reading books so much that I have made my very own. Would you like to find out what it's all about? I have a clue for you. What am I dressed up as? That's right, can you see my wings? I am a ladybird. Today, I'm going to read you my book, my very own book, and it is called The Ladybird Who Couldn't Find Her Spots. Should we find out what it's all about? Are you ready? The Ladybird Who Couldn't Find Her Spots. Once, there was an inquisitive ladybird called Zoe. She spent many of her days lounging on fresh green leaves in the garden, looking around curiously at the wonders of nature. On a deliciously warm sunny afternoon, Zoe suddenly sprang up on her 6 legs and peered at other ladybirds. "Spots?" she called in confusion. Zoe began looking around her body frantically, talking to herself. "Are ladybirds meant to have spots?" With continued uncertainty, she checked her body several times, looking for her spots. But she couldn't find them. The other ladybirds, still basking in the afternoon sunshine, had not noticed Zoe madly flutting around on her leaf. She peered again at her friends cheerily, laying on a leaf in a shrub. Zoe thought for a moment, then sprang into action. She busily flew over to them and said, "Hello, my name is Zoe. Do you know where my spots have gone?" They looked at her together and they replied, "No, we don't, but you still look pretty without them." Zoe thought for a moment and sadly exclaimed, "I really want to look like you. I don't have any spots." Oh, poor Zoe. Zoe refused to give up and decided to see if she could find her spots. She flew through the air and saw a majestic deer in the meadow eating delicious green grass. She landed beside him and asked hopefully, "Excuse me, my name is Zoe. Can I have some of your spots, please?" The deer looked kindly at Zoe and wisely replied, "You don't need my spots. And anyway, my spots are the wrong colour. My spots are white. Ladybird spots are black." Zoe sighed. "Oh, okay. Thank you anyway." Oh, poor Zoe. I wonder if she'll ever find her spots. Zoe continued to fly through the air and noticed the black and white spotted dog playing on the common. "Maybe he has my spots. They're black spots too," she said excitedly. Zoe landed beside him and called out, Excuse me, can I have some of your spots, please?" The dog replied enthusiastically, "Row, row, you don't need my spots, row, and anyway, mine are too big." Zoe paused for a moment. "Oh, okay," she sighed. But with determination, she said to herself, "I will keep on looking." Isn't she amazing? She is not giving up, is she? Once more, Zoe took off in search of her spots. She was starting to feel hungry. Then she found a nice, juicy aphid, and she licked her lips As Zoe finished eating, she noticed an animal in the distance. She flew through the air to take a closer look. Zoe got closer and closer and closer. She landed alongside a spotted pig in the pigsty. Calling out with confidence, she kindly said, "Excuse me, my name is Zoe. Can I have some of your spots, please?" The pig grunted and looked up from the squelchy mud. "You don't need my spots, and anyway, my spots are too blotchy." Zoe started to feel upset. She just couldn't understand why all the other animals that she had met kept saying she doesn't need spots. "Why can't they see I have no spots? Everybody knows that ladybirds don't have spots," said Zoe. "Oh, am I ever going to find my spots?" she wondered. Zoe was beginning to feel tired. But she was determined to find her spots. Zoe kept on flying when the warm sunshine reflected off a cliff pond, where she saw two frogs croaking animatedly to each other. "Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit." Zoe landed beside them. "Excuse me," she called out. "My name is Zoe. Can I have some of your spots, please?" One of the frogs was about to reply when suddenly a chirping voice was singing beautifully above them, and they all looked up in astonishment. What could it be? There, in the bright blue sky, was a magnificent bird flying happily, singing its favourite song. It was a bird called Zigzag Heron. She had dark grey feathers with luminous yellow zigzags across her body. She was on her way to forage for food when she noticed a ladybird. With a similar pattern. "Hey!" she shouted excitedly. "You look like me!" Zoe, for a moment, was surprised, then asked, "What do you mean?" "We have the same patterns," continued Heron knowingly. "Do you know that you have a special pattern on your back?" explained the Heron. "Do I really?" replied Zoe. "Yes, you do," said Heron, and she continued to explain cleverly. "You don't need spots because you have zigzags instead." Zoe was completely amazed. "Wow!" replied Zoe, and instantly understood she no longer needed to look for her spots. What she had was even better. As she flew back to her leaf, Zoe sang happily, "I have zigzags, I have zigzags, who needs spots, who needs spots?" On her way back, she flew past all the animals that she had met and shouted, "I have zigzags!" She's so full of joy. All the animals cheered, "Hooray! We'll call you Zigzag Zoe!" And Zoe happily fluttered around on her leaf for the rest of the summer, proudly showing off her special and unique zigzags. The end. Did you like that story? I am so proud that I wrote this story all by myself, and do you know what's even better? I got to share it with you all. Isn't that fantastic? Thank you for joining me today. See you soon. Bye.